Good morning. Welcome to Vanguard Live. My name is Jemie Kukumbo. Today is International Women's Day. It's a day set aside to celebrate women. And here in Nigeria, we are doing the same. I have with me in the studio this morning, Mrs. Tinuade Soile.
Yeah.
Mrs. Tinuade Soile is a fashion designer, and she's the CEO and creative head of Adey Soile. Together this morning, we'll be looking at issues surrounding women, particularly this year with the theme At Balance for Better. And some of the things we want to find out this morning: do we really have a balance in the workplace? We are aware that there are certain professions where men just dominate. They are more than the women. This year we want to see how do we bridge the gap, and how do we get more women in the workspace. So I have with me Mrs. Soile this morning. Welcome to Vanguard Live.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we'll just take off. First, I would like to find out how are women doing generally? How are we doing?
I think that we're making stride. There's a lot of support. You have organizations like WinBiz and mentorship programs that are starting to catch women girls from when they're young, to change the orientation and give them the right mindset. So I think that we are moving forward. However, we still have a long way to go, because I think that a lot of the time when you're pushing women empowerment, people think that you're a feminist in a bad word. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a feminist. I'm a feminist. But yeah, it has a tainted name.
Okay. Let's look at balance for better, for example. We have certain professions that are dominated by men, and especially the science-oriented professions, engineering, aerospace. There are places where we expect to find more women, but they are not. So the question is it because women are afraid of taking on science subjects, maybe from secondary school? How did we get to that point where there's this gap between men and women?
I think that it's a conditioning issue.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion. From when a girl is young, she's being told to like pink. She's being told to use to play with Barbie dolls, and that is where she belongs. You hardly ever see parents or adults encouraging a young girl, a child, and I'm talking right from the ages 2, 3, 4. You never buy them a truck. You never buy them an engineering gift. It's more pretty. It's more dolly or a kitchen set or things like that. So I think that conditioning is the issue, where you're made to think that from that age, that because you're a girl, because you're going to be a woman, you have to toe this line.
Okay. But there are people also who will say, by the time you raise a girl child to do some of those things, that you are trying to raise a tomboy. Then we have another issue.
Well, I think that is the issue, because why is it that if a girl likes to fix cars or things like that, why is the perception that is a male thing, that is a male activity? Okay. Just like now we're saying that cooking is not a female activity, it's a human activity. So I think that is where it should start from.
All right, so this year, for example, we're looking at that balance. How do we pull more women from this extreme end to get to this other side so we can have a balance?
I think that we're on our way. We still have a lot of work, as I said before, but we're on our way. You have projects in schools where they bring in mentors, female mentors in those fields, who then mentor these girls and show them that it can actually be done, and then talk them through it. And then another thing is maybe working to remove the stigma associated with a young girl, because a girl cannot be interested in Barbies and only Barbies from when she's a child, and then all of a sudden she's 16 and you tell her go and be an engineer or go and do something. It has to be interest from when she's a child. Okay. So if your daughter shows that she's interested in things like that, don't discourage her. Just encourage her so that she can develop that interest as she develops in life.
We have also seen that the gap widens at some point when women in the workplace begin to have children.